This year, the Children of Sumatra provided operations for 50 children. This was made possible by the generosity of our donors and the support of Harapan Jaya, a charity hospital and rehabilitation centre. As we are also a charity, they provide medical services at cost. For 4 weeks each year, Dutch surgical teams come to the hospital and volunteer their services. They work alongside Dr. Sirianto, the hospital's resident doctor, who has worked with the Dutch surgical teams for 18 years, gaining valuable experience. Before the Dutch doctors arrived this year, Dr. Sirianto had already carried out 19 operations. One of the children he operated on was Nadi.
This is Nadi and his mother Lindsay. Sadly, their father can't be with us today as he is very disabled. This is why they could never afford an operation for this child. But now Nadi is 6 years old and the Children of Sumatra have given him this operation today.
After his operation, Nadi was very shy and did not want his picture taken. But you can see what a neat job Dr. Sirianto has done. The first team of Dutch doctors were met by Sister Jeanette. With our 50 patients added to the hospital's waiting list, there were over 200 families waiting for a place on the operation schedule. Here are stories of some of the children we helped.
Sadly, Luca has TB.
And this means he can't have his operation, but we'll now give him medication for the next 4 months, and when the doctors come from Holland, I'm hoping that he'll be able to have his operation. So sadly, he's going to go home now.
Sister Severia agreed to let Luga stay in the hospital for 6 weeks until his TB was under control. After a short stay in Medan with his uncle, he was readmitted before his operation to make sure that his TB was clear. At the last minute, Luga's operation had to be cancelled as his mother did not turn up in time to give her permission. When she did arrive, she stayed at the hospital until the operation was arranged. So Luga became the 100th child to have an operation, and the result was worth all the difficulties. Dedek is 1 year old. Her family lost everything in the tsunami, and her 3-year-old brother died of leukemia just 6 weeks before her operation was due. After her initial operation, Dedek will still need at least 2 more operations and dental work because her teeth will not grow correctly. But now her transformation will give her a better childhood and future. Nick Mattel is 2 years old. She has had to wait a year for surgery as her condition is so rare and disfiguring that the operation was delayed until a surgeon with the right experience was available. When the surgery was healed, the wait proved to have been worthwhile. Farids is 1 year old. When his lip is done, he will have to wait for another operation to close his palate. His birth was something of a surprise, as his mother was 46. His elder brother is 23. Now his lip is repaired, he is a good-looking boy. When Rosita was 9, she had a free operation provided by the army to correct her cleft lip. Her father died in the tsunami and her mother is blind. The money her mother makes from preparing betel nut is not enough to live on, so the Children of Sumatra have supported them since the tsunami. Rosita can't go to school as there is no one to look after her mother. We have paid to have her lip redone, but for years she has been too scared to have her palate repaired. It has now been done and some teeth removed. More dental work has been done now that the palate is healed. Bobby is one of the first children we helped. Sadly, in July 2007 his father died after a long fight with TB, and we are now helping with the family's expenses. Because Bobby's deformity was so severe, he had to have a second operation to reconstruct his nose and close the front of his palate, as well as repair his lip. The results really do speak for themselves. Rizki is 8 years old, and as another child his family are very poor, and he would not be having an operation without the support of the Children of Sumatra. As Rizki is taken out of the operating theatre, one of the Dutch surgeons snatches a well-deserved break.
Like this child here, I don't know, but you're also doing this as well.
2 days after the operation, Rizki is already looking good. Dio is 15. She travelled to the hospital by herself because her father was not allowed to take the time off work. He arrived later in time to sign the consent form, and while he was there the hospital gave him work to do so that he would not have to pay for any expenses for his time there. Dio's operation was a transformation. Pikri is 1 year old. His father works 300 kilometers away in Aceh, as there is no work in their town. He can only afford to return for a few days each month to see his family and give them money. As well as a cleft lip, Pikri has a badly cleft palate, which gives him feeding problems. His lip has now been repaired, but he will need further operations. Safiat Udin was born with a cleft lip and palate. The cleft palate caused him feeding problems, and 3 months after he was born, he had lost 1.5 kilos in weight. At this point he nearly died, and we rushed him to hospital to save his life. The hospital managed to fatten him up, and we helped the family to maintain his weight by providing diet formulas. At 9 months old, he was strong and fit enough to have his operation, and his parents can now look ahead to a better future for him. It was quite a journey to visit Aprila. Her parents live in a shack in the paddy fields where her father works. When Aprila was born, her mother was disowned by her own parents, who turned them out of the house with their newborn baby. Photographs were taken to show the doctors so that they could assess the problem. The doctors were amazed by the pictures, as Aprila's condition was very rare, with a cleft in the lower jaw and her tongue stuck to her chin. As Aprila recovered from the operation, her mother could see what an astounding job the surgeons had done. Since we finished the operations in November, there have been many more children coming forward for our help. We hope that we will be able to fulfill their dreams and give them all a smile as nice as the one that Dewey has. With thanks to Fabrice, Karin, Debs, Eddie and Annie, the team who helped make this possible.